So the Wano arc is, of course, perfect, but I wanted to see if there was some way to possibly somehow improve it and make it even better, which is why I gave the world's smartest AI the task of rewriting Wano. And the final results? Well, we got a new masterpiece on our hands. I present to you Wano 2.0. Will the AI make Wano fail, says Papa Dog Sucker. I am interested to see if this AI decides that the raid needs to fail. I guess we start with the way Wano normally started, and we'll let things kind of progress from there. So Luffy lands on Wano. He sees Tama being chased by, I guess we just say, bad guys? Basic start. Luffy says, "Who are you?" Tama says, "I'm Tama. I'm from the Kozuki clan." Kozuki. Yes, my family is the ruling clan of Wano. All right. Wait, what? No. Okay, Luffy says, that's not true. He says the Shogun of Wano is Kozuki Oden. Tama says Oden was our Shogun, but he was betrayed and killed 20 years ago. Luffy says, what? My family has been in hiding since then, but we're going to come out of hiding and take back what's rightfully ours. Luffy says, I see. I'm going to help you. Thank you, Luffy. This is actually very close to how Wano actually started, aside from Tama not being a member of the Kozuki family. Apollina Top Hat says, make it so Uta replaces Yamato and joins the crew. Luffy and Tama defeat the bad guys. Then Uta appears. Uta, I'm going to take Tama back now. Luffy says, no, Tama is my friend. Uta says, sorry, but I can't let you keep her. Luffy says, I'll fight you for her. Uta says, okay, let's go. After a long and difficult battle, Uta finally defeats Luffy. This AI is really convinced that Luffy's not that strong. So what happens next? Guys, what happened next in Wano? I'm trying to keep it kind of close to the script to start with. Luffy runs into Zoro, right? Luffy runs into Zoro, and they see Hawkins. Hawkins wants to fight. This is all correct. Canonically accurate. Zoro says he'll fight him with a sword, but then Zoro says he doesn't want to fight. Brilliant writing. Hawkins tries to attack Zoro with a knife, but Zoro cuts him. Okay, Zoro doesn't want to fight. The AI is very convinced about that, but Hawkins keeps attacking. Zoro finally cuts him and Hawkins falls over. This is also very close to what actually happened, and it sounds about par for the course for Hawkins. The Marine ship arrives, and the Marines start attacking the Straw Hats. The AI does not know that Wano is an impenetrable fortress. The Straw Hats run away, and Luffy tells Zoro to go with them. The AI also treats the Straw Hats as very weak. Okay, so the Straw Hats run away. Luffy tells Zoro to go with them. Go with who? With the Marines? Oh, go with the Straw Hats. Luffy says tells Zoro that he'll take care of Hawkins. Didn't Hawkins already fall over? How much do they need to beat up on Hawkins? Zoro says he'll fight with him, but Luffy says he'll take care of him. That's what... This is the same line. Zoro says he doesn't want to... Guys, in case you didn't notice, Zoro really doesn't want to fight. Zoro finally agrees, and they start fighting. Hawkins is using his power to make the Marine ship move. That's not one of his powers. The ship starts moving the Straw Hats. The ship starts moving towards the Straw Hats. Zoro and Luffy are still fighting. Who are they fighting? Unclear at this point. The Marine ship is about to hit the Straw Hats, but Zoro and Luffy stop fighting, and Zoro cuts the ship in half. That's canonically accurate. Zoro does do stuff like that. The ship sinks and the Marines are defeated. Yay! The Straw Hats are happy that they won. They all hug each other and celebrate. Zoro and Luffy are also happy. Zoro says that we'll never know what he says. Where are we at? The interesting shit, all right? Kaido shows up. Kaido shows up in Bakura Town and sees Luffy. And Luffy hits him. Let's be very accurate. Let's see if the AI still has Kaido put Luffy in jail. With a Haki imbued punch, accurate, only for Kaido to get back up with no damage. Accurate. Kaido is a low gift. And the AI lost it. All right. So guys, Kaido, in case you didn't know, this is why we never saw Kaido's Zoan Awakening. It's because he had a fucking Logia Devil Fruit this entire time. Meaning he can transform into the element he controls, which is most likely air. So the Devil Fruit is just not revealed to us. We don't actually know, but it's most likely air. Kaido is one of the Yonko, correct? He has a bounty of over 1 billion berries. Yeah, that and some change. Kaido is one of the most powerful characters in the series. Yep. Kaido is the captain of the Beast Pirates. Yet Kaido is one of the antagonists of the series. This AI is fucking dumb. This is all stuff that I think... Tell me, this isn't a story. This is just exposition. Kaido hits Luffy. What happens now? With a Haki imbued kick, only for Luffy to get back up with no damage. Keep in mind, The bad guys, the random henchmen that were harassing Tama, hit Luffy with a boulder, and Luffy got injured by that. But a full-powered hit by Kaido, imbued with Haki, one of the 4 Yonko with a bounty of 4.6 billion berries, one of the most powerful devil fruits of the series, a Logia, his Haki-imbued kick did no damage to Luffy. Also, for those of you who didn't know, Kaido has the power to transform into different animals, because that's what the Air Logia lets you do. Okay. Guys, Wano's rating is going up so much higher in my book right now. Because this is what we could have gotten. This is the version of the story we could have gotten. We could have gotten Luffy showing up, Uta showing up chapter 1, Luffy getting injured by a boulder.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
From randoms, random fodders. Hawkins still loses, but after a really convoluted series of back and forths from Zoro wanting to fight and not wanting to fight. Zoro was in a coma. We've got to listen to songs by DJ Khaled. We got to listen to the narrator explain who Kaido is 50 times to us. And then I need to write in personally that Kaido defeats Luffy. Luffy is sent to Udon Prison. And what I want to see are some golden interactions, some actually meaningful interactions between Luffy and Kid. Let's see if this AI can produce some character writing for Kid during Udon Prison Mines. Luffy is sent to Udon Prison after being captured by the Marines. God damn it. No, we beat the Marines. We already defeated the Marines. Does this AI not remember? They beat the Marines, and then all the Straw Hats hugged. That was really important. The ship sinks, the Marines are defeated, the Straw Hats all hug. This AI, I forgot about that. All right. He is placed in a cell with other prisoners where he befriends a man named Inuarashi. It's so close. This AI is so close to making sense. The two of them eventually escape from prison, and Inuarashi joins Luffy's crew. Luffy is put back in prison. He's put back in prison after being captured by the Marines again. He's placed in a different cell this time and meets a man named Ryuma. No, he needs to meet Kid. Make him meet Kid. The two of them become friends and escape from prison together. Why is Luffy sentenced to death when he just escaped prison? He's sentenced to death after being captured by the Marines again. He is placed in a cell with other prisoners where he meets a man named Emporia Ivankov. The two of them escape from prison together and Ivankov joins Luffy's crew. Holy shit. What the fuck? Alright, so we got Inuarashi and Ivankov joining the crew. Ryuma's still alive, and the two of them become friends. Luffy did not invite him to the crew, though. So for some reason, it's just Inuarashi and Ivankov. Alright, that's fine. Guess we're not meeting Kid there. I'll have to write some shit in for Kid. Kid is in Udon, and he... Morge, that's the real Luffy-Ryuma parallel. Yeah. Kid is in Udon, and he gets character development. Let's see if we can just force this shit to happen. Kid has a lot of development in Udon. He starts out as a small, weak child who is constantly getting bullied. Alright. However, as the series progresses, so Kid spends apparently most of the series in Udon, Kid slowly becomes more confident and stronger, both physically and mentally. Alright. He even begins to stand up for himself and others. Oh, this is very sweet. So Kid was a bullied little kid for a while, and eventually becomes the leader of his own group of friends. Alright? Kid meets Luffy. Kid first meets Luffy in Udon, not in the first 3 times around. So this is a separate time, a separate stint of Luffy's in Udon. So Kid meets Luffy in Udon and joins his crew. God damn it. This AI is upset. It believes that anyone that Luffy meets in Udon is supposed to join his crew. Except for Ryuma for some reason, who did not get the invite. For some reason, Luffy got sentenced to death after meeting Ryuma, so that was a bit of a pattern breaker. Kid first, okay, while the latter saves him from some bullies. So the kid was still getting bullied. Even though he began to stand up for himself and others and became a leader of his own group of friends, he was still getting bullied, and Luffy kind of had to save him. Kid is immediately impressed by Luffy's strength and courage and decides to join his crew. Alright, so we get the backstory for Kid joining his crew right here. From then on, Kid becomes one of Luffy's closest friends and allies, and they fight together against many powerful enemies. Fuck me, this is actually getting close to the actual Wano plot. Is it always doomed to just end up the same way? Is this kind of like, you know, what's his face? Doctor Strange seeing all those possibilities? He's like, they all lead to our defeat, except one? What's the one? What's the one that doesn't lead us to getting the same story as Wano? Udon is the setting for the Marineford arc, in case you all didn't know. I want to see what happens when Zoro meets Hiyori. Let's see if it can write up a bit of a romance. can it come up with some sort of a romantic storyline here? Better than what Oda did. Luis Samaras says, I'm late. How does this work? It doesn't. Zoro first meets Hiyori when he, Sanji, and Brook are brought to the Ryukyu Palace to meet with the ministers. This did happen. It's just clearly mistaking Hiyori for Shirahoshi. Hiyori initially mistakes Zoro for a monster. It's a common thing in the series, but is quickly relieved when she sees that he is actually a human. Oh, so she literally thought that he's a monster. She looked at him and was literally like, oh my god, is this some sort of a weird Hydra mutant freak? Oh no, on closer inspection, it's actually just a normal person. Hiyori later accompanies the Straw Hats on their journey to the surface, and she's very impressed. She literally, it just thinks it's Shirahoshi. She's impressed by Zoro's swordsmanship, sure. She seems to be fond of him. Okay, correct. As she's always seen smiling whenever she's around him. Okay. This is just... Okay, hold on. So, keep in mind, she's later seen attending a banquet in the honor of the Straw Hats and is seen sitting next to Zoro. It then says the following events are non-canon, and therefore not considered part of the canon story, as though everything else it just said was canon as fuck. It's just like, okay, but the next bit, though, the next bit might not be 100% legit. Zoro versus Hody Jones. Ironically, this part is fucking canon. This did happen. After it's just like, my version of events is canon. Some real shit that might have actually happened in the manga and anime, we're going to call that non-canon. This is a very arrogant AI. Alright, after the Straw Hats defeat the New Fishman Pirates, they return to Ryukyu Palace. Zoro is then seen sparring with Hiyori, and he easily defeats her. Why did he? Now it's mixing her up with Tashigi. However, their match is interrupted by Hody Jones, who challenges Zoro to a fight. Zoro initially refuses, but is eventually convinced by Sanji to fight him. This AI really thinks that Zoro never wants to fight. It says Zoro initially refuses here, right? Same shit with Hawkins. Zoro says he doesn't want to fight. Kaido fights Oden. Let's see what it says to that. Okay, the bot really doesn't like Oden. So Oden and Kaido have a long history together. They were both part of the Rocks Pirates, a ruthless band of pirates who terrorized the New World. Kaido was the first mate, and Oden was the captain of a crew called the Rocks Pirates. Why it was called the Rocks Pirates, we'll never know. It was the Oden Pirates. Okay, the alliance of the Straw Hat Pirates, the Red Scabbards, and the Minks gather together. They are going to Onigashima to fight Kaido and the Beast Pirates. And then, does this work? There are other 9 pirates who are also going to fight Kaido. Yes! Let's get the supernovas in here. The 9 other pirates are the same ones who were trying to kill Luffy. Okay, not technically true. Their names are Basil Hawkins. Well, he was. X-Drake, Kid. No, Kid's part of Luffy's crew now. Capone Beige, Scratchman Apu, Jewelry Bonnie, Killer, Uruj, and Trafalgar Law. The battle has begun, and there are many casualties on both sides. Oh, we're getting right into it. The Minks are fighting the Beast Pirates, and the other pirates are fighting each other. Okay? The battle is fierce, and there's a lot of blood being shed. The Minks are losing, and the other pirates are winning. Kaido is fighting Kaido, and he's losing. Kaido's about to kill him when he is saved by Sanji. Sanji tells Luffy to run, and he does. I like this. Alright, so the good guys are losing here. Kaido's running, Luffy's running away from Kaido, and he's being chased by the Beast Pirates. He's saved by Zoro, and they both escape. The battle's over, and the Minks have lost, the other pirates have won, and Kaido's still alive. This sounds to me like the raid failed. It appears the raid on Onigashima failed. And then, let's see if this breaks it. I hope this doesn't break it. There's a big explosion, the island is destroyed. Okay, so Onigashima is done. The Straw Hats are the only ones who survived. The rest of the Straw Hat Pirates and the Minks are dead. Okay, so R.I.P. Ivankov who joined, R.I.P. Inuarashi who joined, R.I.P. Kid and Killer who joined. Who the fuck else is it talking about? Does Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Robin, Brook, Frankie, and Jinbei survived? The rest of the Straw Hat Pirates and the Minks are dead. That is very brutal. That is more brutal than I would have expected for the raid failing. They're not really any other Straw Hat Pirates, but God knows what this AI is thinking of when it says that. Luffy is sad and he blames himself for the death of his friends. He says he will never forget Kaido and he will never... Guys, can we read this? I like this section. It's not perfectly written by any means, but I really like... Come on, this is nice. Imagine if something along these lines had happened in the story, right? Luffy is sad and he blames himself for the death of his friends. So Luffy's actually sad. Keep in mind, at no point over the course of the entire Wano arc could you ever say that Luffy was sad, that he was down about something, that he was actually upset about certain events that had transpired, Wano was a cakewalk for Luffy. He was happy from start to finish. He got angry at points, but angry is not the same as being actually sad, shaken up, hurt, spirit down, you know, things that we've seen from Luffy in many, many other arcs throughout the story, right? I want to see this man down for a little bit, just a little bit. He says he will never forgive Kaido and he will never stop fighting until he defeats him. So now we got a motivation that's based on something, right? It's based on some degree of trauma, some degree of emotional hurt, emotional pain. This is much more meaningful, in my opinion. I just prefer the arcs where Luffy, it's coming from a place of emotion. Go back and read Luffy's dynamic with Crocodile. Go back and read Luffy's dynamic with Lucci. Even Luffy and Katakuri. I like these things. All right. We're going to keep all of this. This is now all canon. More to have the AI write the stuff with Green Bull. Let me just see what the AI thinks happens if Shanks beats Green Bull. Green Bull attacks Wano. Shanks comes to stop him. Shanks fights Green Bull. Green Bull is defeated by Shanks. Shanks becomes the new king of Wano. It's always got to add this extra little level of bullshit. It could just stop here and we'd be like, yeah, that makes sense, AI. But instead it's like, you know what? I really got to wow these kids. They got to see how smart I am. Shanks becomes the new king of Wano.
This sounds to me like the raid failed.